Okay, Karen, will you support a law in Georgia similar to Arizona's regarding illegal immigration?
I absolutely will, and beyond more than that, thank you. But let's all understand that it's not just about passing a piece of legislation. Just as with photo ID, you can have a good piece of policy, but if it's not implemented and moved forward in a common sense kind of way, what do you actually achieve? Nothing. And so in passing an Arizona type piece of legislation, I'm going to make sure that your local law enforcement officials are at the table working with me side by side to sort through how we will actually implement. And I've already talked to a number of sheriffs. There is a way for us to do this, to deal with it. This issue is costing our state billions. The latest report said that illegal immigration costs Georgia well over $2 billion a year. We have got to stand up and do this, and if the Obama administration wants to sue Georgia, well, they can just bring that on. I've got some experience in fighting them in their Department of Justice and winning.
Governor candidate to say that I thought we should adopt something similar to the state of Arizona, but let me tell you what the background of that is. Something that I was able to work on in 1996, which is the last major immigration reform bill we've had in this country. We built into that a section called 287G. It was a provision that certain sheriff's departments upon approval from immigration could have their deputies trained to assist in enforcing the immigration laws. Now, unfortunately, we only have 4 counties in the state of Georgia that have been able to qualify because they've cut the funds off at the federal level. Hall County and Whitfield County, 2 counties in my congressional district, were among the first, Cobb County and Gwinnett County. All Arizona's done is to do the very same thing on a statewide level. It is something we need to do. I'll tell you why it is important. That estimate is $2.4 billion. It came out from the organization known as the Federation of American Immigration Reform. And it is a huge number, it is a huge cost, and it is something that we all need to be concerned about. And it is one way that we ought to be able to deal with the law enforcement conflict relating to illegal immigration.
Again, I think we have to move forward aggressively on this issue. Look at it from the legislative standpoint, but make sure the local law enforcement are with us. You know, at a cost of over $2 billion a year, it's clear that it is a good investment from the state to have a stronger partnership with local law enforcement to help them drive more enforcement on this issue. There's a reason that Governor Jan Brewer of Arizona endorsed only one gubernatorial candidate in this country. There's a reason, and she endorsed me in this race out of all the candidates, and out of every race in this country, because she knows that as a former Secretary of State, I know how to get the job done and know how to work through all of the minefields involving the Department of Justice.
I agree it's important to have support of local law enforcement. That's why I'm so proud to have the endorsement of your sheriff right here in Forsyth County. To have the endorsement of former Speaker Newt Gingrich, who did that today, by the way. Now, it's not a matter of political posturing on this. Let me tell you briefly where I have done something that really made a difference. I was able to change the federal law for the first time in 2005 to say that if you were going to sign up for a program like Medicaid, you had to document that you were a citizen. Prior to that time, the state of Georgia and 44 other states were using self-verification. In other words, if you were asked, are you a citizen? Your answer was C, we, yes, anything in the affirmative. We took your word for it and we signed you up. Now, after I was able to pass that, the state of Georgia saw its Medicaid rolls for the first time since the program was in existence, as best I can tell, drop by over 160,000 people. That's real representation. That's dealing with illegal immigration in a way that makes a real difference.